Hey guys, so for today's video I will be showing you my eyeshadow collection. It is quite a lot. My husband is not thrilled, so I'm going to go ahead and show you everything. I'll do some swatches, how I rate them, what I wish I didn't purchase, and again, I paid for everything. I know I have 7 followers and it's shocking that no one is sending me PR yet, but I did buy all this with my own money. I have accumulated it over the past couple years. There are probably some expired items that I just won't let go of, but I'll go ahead and get started. I do want to do it by brand, so I'll go ahead and start with ABH. So I have the Sultry palette, and looks like this. I got it kind of recently, so that's why it hasn't looked like I've used it. I am really happy with it. I really love all the ABH pigments and the formula. I've been really happy with it. I did have the Subculture one and the fallout was awful, so I threw that one away after a couple months. And then I did have the Modern Renaissance one, but that expired. It started making my eyes red, and then I realized I think it was only 12 months that it was good for, which I know they've expanded. Yeah, this one says 18 months for Sultry. Then I have Normina, which I love. I mean, I love purples. I actually got this for a good friend for her birthday, and she already hit pan on a bunch of the colors, so she went and bought another. I really love this one. Yeah, this one's 18 months as well, so they did extend that period. I also have the Soft Glam palette, but I left that at work. A lot of times I do work early, or I do my makeup early in the morning at work. I start at 7 and I end at 4, so sometimes I just do it when I get to work so that I sleep the maximum amount of time. So next I'll move on to KKW Beauty. So I have 2 of the palettes. I think this is her very first one, and the name of this one is, I don't actually know, doesn't say, but it's a neutral. I haven't used it a lot. The pigment's okay. It's not really one that I go and grab for, just because I do like darker colors. They do have some dark colors, but I really like dark purples and browns, so I haven't really reached for this one a lot. And then I have another palette. I like this one better. I got these during a big sale in the last year. I think maybe it was 40% off, so I got both. This one's called Classic Blossom. So this one just says eyeshadow palette, so I'm not really sure. I don't see myself grabbing them a lot, but I am happy I have them. I really just need to give them more attention. So next I'll move on to Natasha Denona. So I wasn't really familiar with her formula. I mean, of course I saw every YouTuber using her, $129 palettes, and I couldn't justify buying a palette. So I started off with her little small ones that you can get at Sephora for $25. I took this one. It is the Mini Sunset palette. It has been very loved. It's very messy inside. I took this on my trip to Ireland. It was the only eyeshadow I used, and I highly recommend it. You look at that, I love those colors. I'll swatch one right now. Do another swatch on that. That's just the pink. It's really pigmented. I love putting that under the eye and doing more of the bronzes on top, and it really adds just a nice punch of color. And the next one, I haven't used this one as much, the Mini Star palette. It's really fun. It has a really nice transition shade. That shade is called Earth. It's really nice for transitions. These are really nice just to pack in your bag. I mean, I could bring all 3 on vacation and be set to go, and they're really easy to travel with. They haven't shattered. I'm really happy with them. And I also love this one. This is the Mini Lila palette. Again, I love the purples in them. Let's see if it's shattered. Nope, we're good. Okay, again, great for travel. I love these colors, and they have a nice transition shade, an inner corner highlight, and it's really nice. I mean, these blend beautifully. I understand why they're so expensive. And then I did end up going and getting the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This is the $65 one. and I'm really happy with it. I love jewel tones, I love rich tones. I mean, they're beautiful. I'll swatch one right now. Just do another one. Look at that shine. It is so pretty. I am very happy with this purchase. I got it during a Sephora sale, so it was 20% off. That's when I would recommend buying expensive products that you would normally not splurge on. There's one going on right now. By the time I post it, it might be over, but I do have a Sephora wish list video as well on my channel if you want to check that out. Next, I do have two Huda Beauty palettes. So I just got the nude medium, looks like this. I just got it in the Sephora sale. I wasn't planning on it because I have so many eyeshadows. I told myself I wasn't gonna buy one, but I saw this at checkout, of course. So I got medium. That's what I have on my eyes right now. I strictly just use that. And I'm really happy with it. The pigment was amazing. It blended amazingly. There was barely any fallout. So I'm actually really happy with this. I will say Huda Beauty, their palette's kind of a weird smell to me. Like almost maybe like paint thinner, which sounds awful. I don't know how to describe it, so it is a little concerning, but my eyes feel totally fine. There's nothing wrong. They just have an interesting smell. The next one, I have the Mauve Obsessions. So this came out, a bunch of little minis came out, and this one smells even weirder, like even stronger. But again, those beautiful dark colors. Really happy with this one as well. I do really like the dark colors and a great pigment and just easy to blend. Next, I will do the Naked palettes. So I had the Nakeds 1 through 3, but they were expired. Their time had come. So I did throw those away. I did have Naked Smoky, which I honestly did not like. I don't recommend. I know they were actually gonna get rid of it, and so they started selling it at Nordstrom Rack and on sale. So I don't think you can get any more, but you are not missing out. So this is the newest one, Naked Honey. Love this one. I have hazel eyes, and I just found that these colors are so flattering. I mean, these are beautiful. I'll swatch one right now. The gold is just, that was just even one swatch. On this other one, I did 2 swatches, but that was just one swatch on the honey, and that is the color Honey itself, and I highly recommend. I got this the day it came out. I went at like 10:30 when Sephora was open, and I picked it up, and they said that they had been selling them all morning. Like, it was very popular. So I'm really happy with this purchase. I definitely recommend getting the Honey palette, really with any eye color, but definitely if you have brown or hazel eyes. The next one I love is the Naked Heat. This came out a few years ago, and I love it. So I remember a lot of brands were coming out with these colors. I know Tarte did I think they're the Bloom palettes, I can't remember, but they did one just like this. I actually liked this one better payoff, so I really love this one as well. One Urban Decay palette I never really use it. I don't know. I thought with all the colors they had, it'd be really inspiring to create a look, but I haven't really, I don't know. I could do without this palette. So this is the Urban Decay Born to Run. If you remember, all this stuff came out. They had like a setting spray. So it looks beautiful. I don't know, there's just something about it where, I don't know, some of the colors just don't really go together. So I really don't use it. I should try. I don't know. Looking at it, I was really excited about it and thinking about all the different looks I could do. But when I reach for it, I don't really enjoy it, and I see myself going into other palettes to get other colors. But it does have a really nice big mirror. It like folds over back, which is really nice. And it is really sturdy. I'm sure I'm born to run for traveling. And it's nice, but I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Next, I will do BH Cosmetics, the Desert Oasis. I love this palette. It also has highlighting shades in there as well. Looks like that. It has a good amount of neutrals, so if you don't want to do anything crazy, but again, I like to put this blue on the under eye, do like a neutral top, blue under eye. I love it. The highlighters are amazing. I'll swatch a highlighter as well. That's a highlighter. I mean, that is stunning. I love this. I think this was like $20. Like BH Cosmetics has really good eyeshadow. I'm really happy with it. It's sold in Ulta and in a lot of drugstores, so definitely if they still have this, I'd pick it up. I think I got it within the last year, so I'm pretty sure they still have it. They run sales on their website all the time, so maybe subscribe to the newsletter, but again, highly recommend. This next palette is the Zodiac BH Cosmetics. I got it when it first came out. I know now they have different, like minis and different colors. This is the original. I honestly bought this just because I like the way it looked. I don't really want to use it just because I want to have it as like a keepsake. I think it's beautiful. My husband got it for me because I really wanted it. And the color payoff is really nice. I just kind of am scared to use it. But I highly recommend it. It is a good palette. I just want to keep it pristine. I love it. Okay, so next I have the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible. They don't sell this anymore. So she started out with a smaller palette that was about half the size, and I had that. I loved it. I hit pan on some of them, and then she came out with the larger one. I actually have 2 of these because when she said they were no longer going to carry it, I went out and bought another. So I'm pretty sure you can't get this anywhere else. But again, these highlighting shades are amazing. I love Carly. She is the first YouTuber I ever watched. I watched her for about 6 months before I found other people. So I really just wanted to support her, and I love this palette. I got my mom the smaller palette as well when it came out, and we both love this. It's just really unfortunate that it's not coming back, but she does have that new ABH palette to check out as well. So I have one NARS eyeshadow palette. This is the Atomic Blonde. So it's face and eye. I love their palettes like this. I use this a lot. I wouldn't say that they're the most pigmented eyeshadows. They're more just shimmers. So you do have to use a transition shade and maybe some other matte shades from another palette. But this is nice to have just because you have the bronzer and highlighter as well. The bronzer is a little dark for me in the winter. It's definitely something I have to use in the summer. Next, I'll move to Too Faced. So this was just 50% off at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So I went and picked that up. I think it was maybe $21, $22. And again, these are just the colors that I like to use, the dark colors over there. Since I do have brown eyes, I really like to stick to dark browns. Sometimes I put glitter on the inside, but I really do like sticking to those dark brown colors. I really like the payoff on this. I think Too Faced has definitely improved their formula. I used to really not care for their eyeshadows, and something happened where they just became so buttery and smooth and blendable, so I actually really enjoy their eyeshadows now. So I know a new version of this just came out, the Gingerbread Spice. I know there's a darker one. I actually like the new one better color-wise. I haven't tried it yet. The smell is so amazing. So it looks like that. I really like this. This is a good eyeshadow palette. It has really nice colors, nothing too scary. So I'd say if you do like neutrals, this is a nice one that has a couple pops of color you can play with. And I know the new one's out that has, I think, colors I like better, so you can always check that out. This one I actually took from my mom. It is a Too Faced Sweet Peach. I don't really like this palette that much. I wouldn't buy it if I didn't, take it from my mom. These are the colors. I don't know, they don't really just like do anything for me. They're just kind of bland. I just love the smell. It smells so good. It's just, yeah, looking at this, it's just boring. It doesn't really do anything for me. But I still took it from her, so I don't know. I love this palette. This is the Too Faced Life's a Festival. I don't know if they still carry this, but it is the rainbow. I surprisingly use this palette a lot. It is beautiful. I use these greens for St. Patrick's Day. The purples are beautiful. They have these iridescent shades. Let me swatch this one. You can see like that. It's purple, but then like blue. It's just one of my favorite shades. I know Colourpop has it, and it's called Glass Bowl if you want to try that out. It is a beautiful shade. Like I would buy this palette just for that shade. It's right there. This palette, I mean, it looks intimidating, but it has some of the best iridescent two-toned eyeshadows. I love it. So that is the Too Faced Life's Festival. I really should have gotten a paper towel to wipe my swatches off before I got up. I don't really have anything. I didn't think that went through. Oh well. Okay, so next I have one dose of colors. It is the Katie and Desi Friendcation. So it looks like this on the outside. Very wearable colors, very like neutrals, a little bit of pops of color. I will say that the glitters on this kind of burn my eyes. It's only temporary, but I have seen other reviews like that, so I know I'm not crazy. It just kind of makes them burn and feel dry, but it's not the whole time you're wearing it. It's more just the beginning. Next, I actually got this Violet Voss palette in, I think it was a Boxy Charm Plus or whatever that was. I don't get that anymore. This is the My Holy Grail. This is really great. I would say this is a good, you know, starting out eyeshadow palette. Nothing crazy. Will look good with any eye color, any skin color. It's very beautiful. It has the shimmers, the mattes, the bone colors, transition colors. I mean, even there's a shade called Transition to help you out. I really like this eyeshadow palette. I would have bought it on my own. I am really happy with it. I think it's a good, safe palette if you were looking for one. Next, I want to move into the ones I've gotten through BoxyCharm, Allure, Beauty Box, just some things. I don't think I buy these on my own. I still have them. I didn't throw them away. So the first one is the, it says Alamar Cosmetics. Looks like that on the outside. It is really pretty. I just haven't seen myself using it. I did swatch them once. I mean, they were really pretty. I'll swatch this deep blue. Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. Look at that blue. Wow, I should actually start using this. Okay, well, maybe I'll use it now. But I don't know. It's okay. I'll try it out. But I don't know if I recommend it yet, but that was a really beautiful swatch. I don't know. It's okay. Next, I got this in an Allure Beauty Box, Nubian by Juvia's. So I've heard really positive things about this. I know they just came out with a foundation stick that seems really popular, like it's doing really well, really blendable, and a ton of different shades. So it just looks like this. I just haven't really picked it up because I own so many neutral palettes, so I still need to check it out. But I've heard good things. I'm sure it's a great product, and they have a bunch of stuff at Ulta to try out if you're curious. So next I got, it's dusty, the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. And here it is. I have not used it either from them. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's pretty. I think there's a lot of looks you can do. So I do need to check that out as well. And then the last one I have is a Crown Pro palette, which, let's be real, these colors are up my alley. I need to use it. I have swatched them. They are really well done. I don't know. Sometimes when I travel or I want to do a look, I do want one pop of color. So that's why I just haven't used it, but I do need to try this out. But it was really creamy, nice formula. I don't know the price on it. I don't think it's expensive. I've never really heard of it. If you want to check that out. And then next I will do Tarte. I'm not a big Tarte eyeshadow person, but this by far, this actually really impressed me. It is the Tarte Maneater. You can see my nice little setup right now. And I know it just looks like a boring neutral palette, but it has the bone shade, the highlight shade, the transition. It has a really good black and then a couple of shimmers to work in there. This is a really nice palette just to wear to work, take on the go. So I'm actually really happy with it, and it's a really cute size. They didn't, you know, waste any space. It looks good. It's durable. I am really happy with this palette. So next I have two of these. They are different. So this one is the Clay Play Volume Part 2, and it is Eye and Cheek. I think this is nice again for a beginner. So they have the bronzer, blush, highlight, which are all really flattering. I love all of these. I can wear that bronzer whenever. And then they have, you know, the bone shades to prime, and then some dark crease shades, transition shades, and shimmers. It honestly is very similar to that Maneater palette. I really like this palette. It's a nice beginner palette. And again, same one, just the original. I don't like this one as much. I really like this square with the black. So it actually has two bronzers, one's more of a contour, and then the eyeshadows, there are no metallics in this one. So this is the original, so if you don't like shimmers and metallics or foils, I would get the original, and the second one has the shimmers. So next, it's a holiday Tarte box. I don't really know why I bought this. I hate these things, but it was on sale at Nordstrom Rack, and I think it was like $27. So I was like, I might as well, because I liked the mascara and eyeliner with it. So you open it. I mean, they're pretty colors. I should really use them. And it's a nice mirror. And then you pull out the sides, bronzer, blush, highlight. And then I think I took out, oh no, they're all here. I haven't used them. This is the mascara, lip gloss, and an eyeliner. And I really like both the eyeliner and the mascara. They're great to throw in your purse or for travel. So honestly, I just bought it for this part. So next I'll move on. I'll do a couple influencer collabs. So this is the Physicians Formula, Casey Holmes. So I got this honestly just for the face palette. I don't really like the eyeshadows. I don't really know what they were doing with the eyeshadows when it came to creating a look. But here it is. This was a perfume of that smell that the bronzer is. That is amazing. I've used almost all of it. So I took it out, but there was a perfume. It's a lipstick. This is a limited edition highlighter, which is beautiful. It is a little chunkier than I'm used to, a little glittery, but it's so beautiful. And you just need like one swipe and it is blinding. And the blush is beautiful. And then it's that normal bronzer. This one is the deep bronzer. And then the eyeshadows, I haven't used them. I don't like that green. I don't know what look they were thinking about. I don't know. I really just got it for the face and just to support her. I don't know if they still have these. I believe it was $19.50. Next, I'll do Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the first palette she came out with, which is the Cat's Pajamas. Love, 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 love. So this is again a nice neutrals palette, but I mean, you can't have too many of these, okay? This is great formula, great pigment. I love this palette. It is great. I know she has a lot of sales. I think I got this 50% off actually on her website. So check her website as well. I know she just had some new launches. And then I also have her Nudie Patootie palette, which looks like this. This one I don't notice is as long lasting. Maybe it's the primer I'm using, or I'm not using enough primer. But I love the shades. They look a lot prettier on the eye than they do in this palette. When you look at the palette, you're kind of just like, okay, it's nice. But it does look a lot prettier on. They blend very well together. I just noticed after a few hours of wearing it, it just kind of fades away. So next I have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. So I have two of the little ones. These got slammed. I mean, these had terrible reviews, and then shouldn't she like pull them and then they came back out with them later? I think I got the bad ones. Honestly, I don't know what happened. No one will ever know the truth. But I have the, I don't know, Bling Boss, which I love these colors. It's beautiful. And then I have the Armed and Gorgeous. Again, I love these colors. I mean, the color schemes, there's two more I don't have, but the color schemes she came out with are beautiful. Like, I understand what she's going for. I just don't know what happened. I mean, the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, the large one, is so beautiful, so well done. Just such a staple. I mean, brides use it. I mean, everyone uses it. And so I was so excited when more were coming out, the Vault collection or whatever. But it was just such a letdown. I don't know what happened. I really don't. And if I could have like new ones of these that are actually like the right formula, that'd be amazing. And then again, I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette. So I got the first one that didn't have, I think the other ones had like the names on them, so I taped it to the back. But again, love this palette. I swear I use my palettes, guys. It's not showing up on camera, but this is a staple. This is an amazing palette. If you had to buy one palette, I'd probably pick this one because you have the neutrals, you have the highlighters, you have the blues, the purples, the greens, warm tone, cool tone. I highly recommend this palette. I believe it is $38 and you can get it Ulta, Morphe. It's just such a great staple and it has great formula unlike the one I just showed you. So on the Morphe train, the 35G Bronze Goals. So, I mean, this is a dream. I mean, look at those colors. What was shocking about this is the mattes are perfect. They are pigmented, they are amazing, but the shimmers don't really come off my eyelids. Even if I use my finger or a damp brush, there just is not as much payoff, which is shocking because mattes are harder to create. But I'm just kind of let down. I don't really reach for it that much. I don't recommend getting this one, which is a real bummer because these colors are amazing. But the mattes, I mean, if you really just like mattes, then this is fine. I just don't know what happened. Again, Morphe, what's happening? But the bronzers, the matte shades are beautiful, and if you want to get them for that, that's fine. Next, and then another Morphe palette, Artistry palette, so just little square, and they're all browns. Look at that, love it. There's no mirror on this one, if that matters to you. I believe this was $18 or $19, I'm not sure, but it's just really nice, normal Morphe formula. So this one is quite dusty. It's not good. So this is a create your own palette. So it's made out of cardboard. And let me open it up. So what I did is I had a ton of Colourpop little palettes, and I saw myself reaching for multiple at a time. So what I did is I took a safety pin or a sewing type pin, and I took the eyeshadows out of probably 6 or 7 palettes out of the pan, just like kind of popped them out because they are magnetic, and I put them in a giant Morphe palette. So if you look at that, those are all Colourpop eyeshadows. So I highly recommend doing that if you just want to combine all of them. I have it in another palette as well. So I just took them all out with a little pen. I did kind of scratch some, but they're all magnetic underneath there. I actually found that out when I dropped one of my Colourpop palettes and a bunch of the pans flew out. So I just spent a couple hours just popping them out, and then I organized it how I wanted to organize it. It's really nice, I highly recommend. And then I have it's a purple Morphe palette, just one of those original ones. Again, I love the dark browns and purples with my eye color. And then this was the Dare to Create that came out, I think 2 Christmases ago. And it was when they first did these transition shades bigger, just because you're gonna hit pan more quickly. And I love this palette. Again, you know, I don't know if I'd pick this one or the Jacqueline one, if you had to pick any. I think they still make this. Actually, I'm not sure, because it was limited edition, but then I think they brought it back. I know James Charles did the advertisement for this, like he was the face of this, but I highly recommend. So the Dare to Create 39A. And then I have another, these are, I think some of these are Colourpop and some of them are Morphe. Again, just a little cardboard one. And I have a bronzer in there as well. And just some random shades that I had left over that I wanted to order. So this is nice, it's like a travel one. Okay, the last one I have is the Colourpop collection. So again, you just saw a huge pan of them, so I don't have, it doesn't look like I have as much, but I have almost every palette they've come out with. I mean, God, Colourpop comes out with a new palette, it looks like every week. They have so many collabs, it's honestly insane. So the first one I have is the Shayla X Colourpop Proceed with Caution. Love this palette. So it looks like that. I think it was $12. It has a really nice mirror inside. So you can create a lot of looks with that. I know yellow the last few months has been really on trend. And that's a really nice yellow that you can work with that's not too scary. Highly recommend this. I love Makeup by Shayla. She came out with this palette as well, Perception. This palette is, I mean, wow, amazing. Look at that. and a really nice mirror as well. But this is such a good palette, highly recommend as well. And I mean, she has transition shades, dark shades, like the gold that she has. I'll swatch that one. Wow, guys, these are so buttery and like Colourpop. I know it's really affordable and people call it like the fast fashion of makeup, but they have some of the best quality. Look at that. Like I would pick, if I had to pick one eyeshadow company or company to buy eyeshadow from, it'd be Colourpop. I mean, they have every color you need, the quality is there, the collaborations, the price, they're cruelty free. I mean, they are amazing. I know when I first found Colourpop a couple years ago, I was really concerned with the pricing, but I mean, they're amazing. They have, I don't even want to know how much money I've spent on Colourpop. It's embarrassing. So next I have Femme Rosa Caruche. I don't think I'm supposed to say that right. X Colourpop. And I mean, these are beautiful. So the dark purples, and then they have like kind of matching metallic shades with those dark shades as well. This is the Rendezvous palette. I believe Ulta carried this as well. Just really nice shades, really dark shades, and really good pigment. So this palette I was actually kind of let down by. It is the Mar palette. So they had a sun one and then this sea one. It has a really nice mirror compact and the colors are beautiful, but I didn't think the payoff was that great. I'll swatch one. I don't know, I'll do this green. It doesn't feel as creamy. The Makeup by Shayla one felt like butter and this one just doesn't feel like that. Yeah, let me do another swatch just to help it out. It's kind of drying. I don't know. It looks good on camera. I just wasn't, you can still see through on my hand, like the freckles on my hand. It's okay. I don't recommend it. I was really let down by it. It's $12 though. I mean, it's really not that much, but I was let down. So I got this one for free. It's the Make Up Your Mind. It just came when you, I think, made a purchase like 30 or more. I never use it, but it is part of my collection. So I think they like took a poll. I don't know, you could vote on the colors that would go in this, and they made a palette of it, so this is what it happened. I don't know, it's fine. I got it for free. Next is the Eva Gutowski Vacation Mode. So I believe she's a YouTuber, and I wanted to go a little bit out of my comfort zone, did some cool tones. It's really pretty. This is a really good formula as well. Next I have the California Love. Looks like that. I mean, look at that, that's beautiful. Honestly, I would pick this over the Morphe bronze one that I just showed you, because this is, I mean, this is very similar. And these actually have great payoff. The metallics are great, the mattes are great. They're basically the same palette, except Colourpop got this right. There is a glitter in here, so you probably need to get some type of like glitter glue for that color. But let me swatch something. Oh yeah, that is so buttery, wow. Again, just like one swatch, and that's amazing. So I highly recommend that. Another collab that I had, this one and the Makeup by Shayla collab, I don't know which one I like the best. Through My Eyes, iluvsarahii. So this is Karen's palette. She's also a YouTuber, has a nice mirror. I mean, look at those colors. That purple and emerald alone, I'm running out of fingers to swatch this with. I guess I'll do my left hand and swatch this emerald. It is unreal. Wow, yeah. Get one more swatch in case, like. Look at that, that is unreal. Wow. This is such a great palette, highly recommend as well. That and the Makeup by Shayla, the colorful one I showed you, is, I mean, Colourpop really outdid themselves. So next I made this for travel specifically. It has a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush, and then some eyeshadows. A lot of times Colourpop will do a big sale on these. I think I paid like $30 or $40 for this, maybe probably like 40. And I mean, you get what, 12? Yeah. 12 eyeshadows and there's 3 face pans, and then you're set to go. You have a full face of this. So I highly recommend. I always travel with this. It's really nice to have. And then last palette I have, if you can believe it's over after 35 minutes. So again, this is just the Colourpop shadows that I had pulled out of other palettes and put into one. So this is just what I had left. It's a little messy. But again, I just put it how I liked it. I traveled with this one as well. I just did like your typical color scheme of the light colors and then like the deep blacks and blues over there. So that completes my makeup, well, my eyeshadow collection. Makeup collection is even scarier, honestly. It's embarrassing that I own this much makeup, but I thought, hey, I'll start some YouTube and put it to use and do some fun looks with it. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please comment down below if you have any other similar favorites that I pointed out or any recommendations of eyeshadow palettes I don't own that you think I should get. I can also, if you want to see a video, a look with one of the palettes, I can do a full face of Colourpop. I mean, I have the concealer, I have the foundation, mascara, all of that. So comment down below just any videos you'd like to see or any specific looks. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!